Okay, we're going to read this story, and together we're going to answer some questions. We're going to use some sentences. And we're going to work together. Can we do it?
Yes.
Can you do it?
Yes.
Okay, so you got to show me. Oh, I see friends that are ready. This story is called A Grand Old Tree. Can you say that?
Grand old tree.
Nice job. What do you see in the picture?
A tree.
Ashley, what do you see in the picture?
Tree.
You see, she sees a tree in the picture. What do you guys think the story will be about?
Tree.
Nathan, tree. What's it?
The little plant, it was growing.
Oh, you think the tree once was a little plant and now it grew big? What does grand mean? A grand old tree. Why don't you share with your friend, what does grand mean? What do you think grand means? You can share with Nathan. You can share with Nathan. Perfect. And you can share with Nathan.
Oh my God. What do you think ground means? Ground means it's like you're all like ground means all the tree all the hour
Did both partners get a chance to share?
Yeah.
Did you share, Ashley?
Wait. What's your favorite
Nice job. I see my friend Ashley crisscross and Yolanda's crisscross. Nice job. Okay, what did your partner say that a grand tree means? You can start by saying a grand tree is, and then you don't have to know for sure, but what do you think? Monse? Okay, Monse said a grand tree might mean that it's old and that it has a lot of animals. Do you think that a grand tree is a little tree?
Yeah.
Do you think that a grand tree is a little tree or a big tree?
Big tree.
Say a big tree.
A big tree.
Say a grand tree.
A grand tree.
Nice. Hey, Christopher, I need yours. Thank you. A grand old tree. Let's find out. A Grand Old Tree by Mary Newell De Palma. That's the author. Once there was a grand old tree. It was a big grand tree. Her roots sank deep into the earth. Grab your roots like your fingers and sink them deep into the earth. Say the roots.
The roots.
They sank deep.
Deep.
Her arms reached high into the sky. Grab your arms like the tree arms, like this with your fingers, like your branches. Just lean, put your arms up.
Boom.
Say, reached high.
Reach high.
She was home to many creatures. Birds nested among her branches.
Outside.
Squirrels scurried through her leaves. Caterpillars and ladybugs crawled about. So they scurried through her leaves. What does scurry mean? Christopher, what does scurry mean? What do you guys think?
Fast.
Fast?
Oh. If you feel walking.
Maybe you're walking quickly. If you're scurrying, do you think you are loud or are you quiet?
Quiet.
Christopher, you're talking. Scurrying is like, what did she say scurrying? Squirrels scurried. So do you see the squirrels right here?
Yeah.
Do they look like they're going fast?
Yeah.
Scurry is like when you're going really fast, you're on the ground. Show me scurry. The grand old tree flowered. Say flowered.
Flowered.
That means that it grew lots of flowers. Show me all the flowers. Bore fruit. Bore fruit. What do you see on the tree?
Fruit.
Fruit.
Apple.
Little pieces
They're
of
berries.
fruit. Maybe little, looks like some type of berry or apple. So bore fruit means they start to grow or they have fruit. Say bore fruit.
More fruit.
It means that they have fruit on those trees. Ooh, and who's eating that fruit?
The squirrel.
The squirrel. she had many children, sowed seeds. Have you guys ever heard sewing like crisscross? Like you're sewing a blanket or something? It's different than that one. Sowed seeds is like, do you see all these pieces of fruit falling? Falling like this. Sowed seeds is the seeds fall. And then what happens when a seed goes into the ground? What happens?
It grows up.
What happens? Jaden?
It grows.
It grows. So she sowed seeds, and our new tree is gonna start to come out.
And then it's gonna be a old tree then.
And then that tree will grow up and be an old tree like the grand tree, huh? They changed the landscape for miles around, perhaps even further than the old tree knew. They changed the landscape. The landscape is like outside. Like outside we have, what do we have outside? We have big hill. We have hills, green hills, yeah. And we have the ocean out there in San Juan Capistrano. So these trees, they're growing all the way by the ocean. Whoa, what do we see here? The grand old tree lived a long, long time. Say crisscross. Say a long, long time.
A long, long time.
She basked in the sun. Get your sun. Lay nicely like you're, oh. Bathed in the rain. Show me rain. Mama, show me rain. Swayed in the breeze. What does sway mean? Show me sway. Like this. You go softly. Swayed in the breeze, yeah, like the wind. And danced in the wind. That's like a little bit more intense than the swaying. She grew and shed. Shed is like taking off. So pretend you have a jacket on. You're shedding. Take it off. Shed. Say shed. Say shed. Look at all these different kinds. In the winter time, in the rain, in the sun. The tree can live in all different kinds of weather. Many millions of leaves. Is that a lot of leaves?
Yeah.
Say a lot.
A lot. And the tree is getting older.
Oh, at last the grand old tree was very, very old. Christopher. Crisscross. Thank you. Her branches no longer swayed and danced. Say no longer.
No longer.
But cracked and snapped in the wind. Grab a branch. Go. Great. Say cracked. And snapped is like it snaps in half. Say snap.
Snap.
Says she no longer swayed and danced. Does that mean she still sways and dances?
No.
No longer. What does that mean?
And then no more.
Yeah, it doesn't do it anymore. Like, what is something I don't do anymore? Like,
And then another plants grow.
yeah. So I could say I no longer. What's something I used to do that I don't do anymore? I no longer eat baby food because I'm too old.
Yeah.
What is something you no longer do? I no longer, because you're big kindergartners. Nathan?
I no longer sleep in my crib.
Nathan said, I no longer sleep in my crib. Is that something he used to do?
Yeah.
Say he used to,
You too.
but not anymore. Can you share with your partner something I no longer?
I no longer play.
Okay, turn to
Christopher. Focus. Katie.
My little.
What about you, Jaden? Oh, good one. What about you, Papa? What do you no longer do? I no longer.
I no longer.
Okay, you have a bigger one now because you're bigger. Nice.
Not a banana to climb up.
Huh?
Markers. Like
I no longer means you don't do it anymore. What do you not do anymore?
Can't sing. Go to my house.
Okay, did everybody get a chance to share?
Yeah.
to us what they said to their friend. Ashley, you want to come share? Come on. You can grab the special pointer too if you want to. I'm gonna grab that one. There you go. And you can say, she said, I no longer play with my baby toys. Say, she used to.
She used to.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Okay, Ashley, you can pass that one to Carlos. Carlos, you want to come up and share? Oh, he said, I no longer play with my brother Alexander. You don't play with him anymore?
I still.
You still do? Is there something that you don't do anymore? Oh, he said he no longer plays with baby toys. Say, he still plays with his brother, but not with baby toys. Because he's older now. Okay, that's the one we're going to share for now. We're going to switch it. We're going to keep our ears. Okay, turn your ears on. Ashley's ready, and so is Josephine. Finally, she fell, and snow gently covered her. Cover it with snow. See, the snow is all on top. It is covering the tree. Say, covering.
Covering.
The old tree died. She no longer flowered, bore fruit, or sowed seeds. Say, no more flowers.
No more flowers.
No more fruit.
No more fruit.
No more seeds.
No more seeds.
But she was still home to many creatures. Do different animals still live in her?
Yeah.
Even though she is on the ground? Yeah, they still live. Look. Raccoons. Say raccoons.
Raccoon.
Nested in her trunk. Centipedes. Where's the pede right here? Centipedes crawled along her branches. And lichen grew on her bark. Ooh, right here. Cool. So even though she is not alive, do creatures still live there?
Yeah.
The grand old tree slowly crumbled down. Ooh, very nice. She became part of the earth. Today, the roots of her grandchildren sink deep into this earth. Their arms reach high, Christopher, reach high, Javier. Reach high to the sky. These are the little seeds she planted. Now they are bigger trees, and they are reaching high. They are home to many creatures. Look, what do we see? Birds, squirrels, bees, owls even. Just like the grand old tree.
We already read that one.
Yeah, you might have read this at the beginning of the year. What do you guys think? After that whole story about the whole big tree and everything that happened, this story is about, what's the big thing, the main idea?
This story.
Say, this story is about,
This story is about.
and I want you to share that one with your friend.
This story is.
If you shared first last time, let your friend share first this time.
This story is.
Share with your partner.
This story is about trees. This story is about trees. Nice to see you.
You heard Daniela's idea about the tree and how it lived a long life, and then it. What do you think?
See, look at the leaves.
Ooh, I like how I see friends looking at their partner, and they're sharing their ideas. Go ahead. Carlos, you can act. Okay. Class. like it was still alive? Good job. Good job. Okay. You guys had some really nice ideas, and I'm happy that you got a chance to share with your partners. Say, look in the eye.
Look in the eye.
When you're talking to partners, say, listen close.
Listen close.
Say, speak loud.
Speak loud.
And you guys were doing those things. And every time you come to ELD, you guys are doing a better job talking to your partner. So that's good.